From being a department in 1998, NHIA became a parastatal of the Federal Ministry of Health. It was assigned an office accommodation at the Federal Secretariat Abuja as a takeoff point. From then on, it has continued to rent office accommodation, especially in all the 36 states of the country. The authority has 38 state offices, including one in the federal capital, Abuja. Due to the peculiarity of Lagos State, the NHIA operates two offices there, one in Yaba and another in Ikeja. All these offices are being rented, putting a significant pressure on the resources of the agency. However, when Professor Mohammed Nasiru Sambo took office in 2019, the absence of infrastructural investment and dwindling resources were clearly the immediate challenges. In addition, the Treasury Single Account (TSA) policy made investment of the agency's funds impossible. To address the situation, the former Provost College of Medicine, Kaduna State University, set out an ambitious strategic infrastructural investment plan, which was embedded in its three-point rebranding agenda. The ingredients of the plan fundamentally was to build offices of same architectural design in all the states, thereby saving the agency huge funds which could be rechanneled into other areas of competing demands. The offices, in addition, would provide a befitting functional space for the agency's well-trained human resources. Importantly, the well-documented inevitable challenges of renting office accommodation would be laid to rest. Unanticipated quit notices, ejection at slightest incident, sale of property without notice, and other associated situations are some of the problems the NHIA has suffered since inception due to renting of accommodation. The net outcomes of these have been disruption to operation with huge cost in relocation and not least reinstallation of ICT infrastructure and equipment. Firming up the infrastructural investment plan, the first NHIA prototype building, indeed the first of its kind in the country, was commissioned in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, north central Nigeria, on February 21st, 2023 by the Chief of Staff to President Muhammadu Buhari, Professor Ibrahim Gambari. At that epoch-making occasion, Professor Gambari restated government's commitment to investment in healthcare infrastructure in line with the next level agenda of government.
I bring greetings from His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, who is very proud to be the president who signed the National Insurance Bill into law and became a National Insurance Act, making insurance compulsory and thereby guaranteeing medical health security for all Nigerian citizens and residents of citizens in our country. The health and well-being of the citizens of Nigeria is central to the progress and development of our great country. And we also want to recognize the prominent position that the health sector has in the next level agenda of President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. Specifically, this administration has also made giant strides towards the attainment of universal health coverage in Nigeria by ensuring the operationalization of the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund, BHCPF, and signing the National Health Insurance Authority Bill into law, thus becoming an act on May 19, 2022. Two major provisions of this act have the capacity to fast-track Nigeria towards the attainment of universal health coverage. The first is the provision of mandatory health insurance, which will enhance pooling and cross-subsidization. And secondly, the provision for the establishment of the Vulnerable Group Fund saves to care to millions of vulnerable Nigerians. This law also expands the role of the NHIA to become a promoter, integrator, and regulator of all health insurance schemes in Nigeria. With the expansion of its mandate, NHIA has to be repositioned to effectively drive mandatory health insurance and efficiently manage the Vulnerable Group Fund. This can only be achieved by providing the authority with the right quality, the right quantity, and the right mix of human, material, and financial resources, as well as a conducive environment in which to operate.
Also at the event, the Senate Committee Chairman on Health, Senator Dr. Ibrahim Oloriegbe, in whose senatorial district the building is domiciled, highlighted the synergy and trajectory that birthed the NHIA in its reform state as it is today.
Now, this one, Your Excellency, is significant in many ways. As the DG said, this office is the first among the 6 that they are building, as the first to be completed and the first to be commissioned in Nigeria. The significance of this is that when this project was started, the agency's name was NHIS. But today, the agency is NHIA by virtue of a law that have the privilege sponsored. As the DG said, that law is not only a change of name, but it's a change of the insurance environment in Nigeria. It is what President Muhammadu Buhari has been able to do to make health insurance mandatory in this country. Every resident in Nigeria, either you are a citizen, you are a visitor, by virtue of that law, you must have insurance. And the agency are in the process of ensuring this. All of us want to travel to Europe. You must go and obtain insurance before you are granted visa. Very, very soon, NHIA will make that to happen. That anybody visiting Nigeria, as you are obtaining visa, you must obtain insurance, because it's compulsory for you to have mandatory insurance. Now, the importance of that, Your Excellency, is that we know in Nigeria, many people are poor. We have about 83 million of our population that cannot afford to pay for premium, because insurance means you must pay premium. That law provided for what we call the Vulnerable Group. Vulnerable Group Fund is a fund which governments at all levels ought to contribute to, and which individuals can contribute to, like giftship and the social insurance scheme by the state, to ensure that everybody has basic minimum package of health. So the significance of this house today is also the significance of providing health to Nigeria. And Your Excellency, it is our hope that the incoming government will make that to happen.
For his part, the Director General of NHIA, Professor M.N. Sambo, disclosed that the prototype building projects was at various stages of completion in Adamawa and Borno in northeast, Katsina and Kebbi in the northwest, Imo in the southeast, and Ogun State in the southwest of the country.
With the commissioning of this state prototype office, we are taking a bold steps toward curbing the challenges and therefore writing a new chapter in the history of the National Insurance Authority. This office is not only larger, but it is also designed and constructed specifically to cater for our operational needs of the organization. We have state-of-the-art facilities, advanced technology, and modern infrastructure that will help us to work more efficiently and effectively. The new office will provide enabling environment that will encourage collaboration and communication, which will foster stronger team spirit among our employees. In addition, it will provide more professional and welcoming environment for our enrollees and partners. It will also help us to improve our reputation as promoters, regulators, and integrators of health insurance ecosystem across Nigeria. The new office represents a major step forward for our operations, and we are really honored, proud, and equally humbled of what we have been able to accomplish.
Upon completion of these projects up and down the country, the strategic infrastructural investment will have saved the agency huge financial outlay, and a generous dose of credit would go to the chief executive who saw tomorrow Professor M.N. Sambo.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Your 2 minutes on, please. Thank you very much.